There is hardly anything more grisly, more hideous, and more gruesome than late-term or partial birth abortion, so it's important to note that the Seventh-day Adventist Worldwide Church has absolutely no restriction on late-term abortion at all, and church leaders have been very careful not to condemn this. According to the research arm of Planned Parenthood, a minimum of 862,000 abortions are performed every year, and that's just in the USA. This is not counting other countries. According to the CDC, approximately 70,000 children are killed after the 13th week, and over 12,000 fully formed children are killed after the 21st week. The journal Perspectives on Sexual and Reproductive Health is published by the pro-abortion Guttmacher Institute, and they themselves openly admit right here, most women seeking later terminations are not doing so for reasons of fetal anomaly or life endangerment. In most late-term abortions, the child is killed simply because the child is not wanted. The Adventist teaching and support for killing children does not and has not had any restrictions at all. If that little baby is coming down the birth canal and someone wants to kill that child just 5 minutes before it is born, not only does the Adventist Church have zero restrictions, in partial birth abortions, when the baby's body is delivered, the abortionist leaves the head inside, stabs the child with scissors, and then crushes the skull. Notice that church leaders have never issued any statement condemning late-term or partial birth abortion, and the reason is because it is defined as a sacred act of religious freedom. Adventist church leaders, in the name of Jesus, have for decades used the exact same argument of the Satanic Temple, that this is an act of conscience, of religious liberty, a holy sacrament, and therefore must not have any restrictions. This is why they never condemn these extreme acts of barbaric cruelty. And even though you may not see the cruelty, it takes place every hour, every day of the year. And don't you dare place all of the blame on church leaders. Many lay people in the church are fully aware of this, but they are too cowardly and too selfish to say anything. They would rather just sit there and hear candy-coated unicorn fantasies that Jesus is coming any day now, that the Great Commission will be completed by a church that supports the most extreme acts of brutality. And don't you dare tell me that the liberals are to blame. All of your favorite speakers at Audioverse, not one of them will condemn the satanic teaching that killing children is a religious freedom. Don't tell me that the GYC is full of all sorts of brave, godly people who are concerned about Christ. They are very, very smart people who know full well that this is wrong. They know that Ted Wilson's claim that abortion is a religious freedom, they know that this is a demonic lie, but the GYC, like others, won't say a word. They don't have the backbone to say anything. The quote conservatives in our church are just as bad and destructive as the liberals. They know full well that this is a lie. Fully formed little children are going to have their legs and arms violently ripped off. They will be violently tortured and executed, and your favorite watchman on the wall won't say a word. Church leaders can try to cover this bloody violence up by smiling and speaking in civil tones, but it is still violence. It is the most savage, brutal form of violence to attack helpless little children that cannot speak, that cannot cry, that cannot fight back, just like bullies. Our church is full of Seventh-day savages and bullies.